Welcome to Chris Veve Journey, where I take you on a trip to Veve, always as an adventurer, never as a financial advisor, so please invest with caution. Yeah, today is special. As you've already seen on the description, on the title of the video. I really can't advise to use Gmail accounts for your Veve account, and I will tell you exactly why. I will tell you why I don't think Palm is a great service. I tried to buy the Matrix NFTs there. And yeah, of course, we'll talk about the upcoming Spider-Man drop. So I guess let's talk about Spider-Man drop first. Get this out of the way before I start complaining all over the way. So let's get here, right? Okay, so that's the drop we have coming up. So it's Ultimate Spider-Man 1 tomorrow morning 8 a.m. PT. So these are all the covers. This is the common cover, that's the regular cover. Uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and lastly the secret rare. So what's strange here is that this book in physical form has 3 variants. 3 nice variants also. None of those variants were used in all the rarities here, except the first one, except the common. Everything else is just a cutout of one of the panels in the book and used as the cover. Which puzzles me, like there are already variants available and this makes this book less desirable in my opinion. Like for me, this is a sure thing. I only get the common. I'm totally not interested in all the other rarities. Yeah, just not interested. So look at the numbers. 30,000 editions. That's, yeah, pretty common, I guess. Secret rare 600 again. So that's really, yeah, rare. Yeah, the book itself, like, it's not a common book. It is important. It's the start of the Ultimate Universe. The MCU is really inspired a lot by the Ultimate Universe. It's reimagining the Spider-Man saga. It was starting a new start in a fresh new universe, so that's pretty big and all, and it's great. But yeah, it's like it's not a much sought after book. That's the main thing about it. Like if you have the regular one, so you can get this in really great condition, slabbed as a 9.8 for around 300, and that is not so much. I mean, it's not no money. It's like still $300 for a comic book that was $4 or $5. So that's not a bad thing. But like if you compare it to all the other releases, like most of the other releases we had so far, they were really pricey. So that's a cheap book for it. And I mean, even if you have the one of the variants, like if you have the scarcest variant, that is like maybe $400 in a 9.8 graded copy slapped. But you don't have those variants here at all. So I don't know. It's not even like it's the first appearance of a Spider-Man comic, because we already have Amazing Spider-Man 1. So I don't know. I just don't see a lot of growth in worth on this book, in value. I really don't. Like not among comic collectors. I don't know. Maybe NFT collectors see it differently and say, yeah, it's like Amazing Spider-Man, but the new edition from the year 2000. Maybe they love it. I don't know. I'm good with the common. I am. I don't see, like, okay, the thing is, watching the market, what I saw in the recent weeks was that even weak books don't have a big decline in price in comparison to the big books. It's not even a big gap. So that's interesting. It just shows that most of the people buying the books are not comic collectors. Because otherwise, some books would have real big differences in price, and I don't see that yet. So that's interesting. So I'm not worried that this book will be super cheap in the beginning. I mean, if it gets delivered to you quickly, you might make a good buck if you get one of the more rare cover comics. If you sell it right away, I mean, I will sell it. I'm honestly, I would sell it. Even the secret rare. I mean, the secret rare. It's just a panel. It's even different. I don't know. I would definitely get another book. I mean, I only got one secret rare so far, right? So there's plenty of options. So if I can sell this one, I probably will. And I expect, because this is a Spider-Man book with a #1 and it's retelling his origin story. Yeah, I think that a lot of people will overvalue the book, blinded by the number, blinded by the story, and will think it's super important. And I mean, it's not unimportant, right? It's not a bad book, like it's a pretty great book, but yeah, I don't see this holding value once we have a lot of comic collectors that say, okay, that's a nice book, it's a nice to have, but it's not so valuable. I don't know, but maybe, I mean, no financial advice, it can always turn out different, but in my opinion, I don't see that happening. I will just get the common, and that's just to own the common. Not even thinking that it will grow in worth. I think, I don't know, that's like, for me it's $10 book, but I don't know. I would just get it and see where it gets me, right? And all the others, if I get an uncommon, a rare, an ultra rare, I don't know, I will sell right away. I will buy back the common and yeah, roll with something else. So that's so much about the Spider-Man book. I didn't roll my intro. I forgot the intro. Oh no, we're not doing the intro now. So yeah, what is, I guess, will be the title of this video is why you shouldn't use a Google account with your Veve account. So I'm going to tell you all about it, right? So what happened to me was I created a new Gmail konto, like Google Mail konto. That's a German word, sorry. A Gmail account, like Google Mail account, right? Email account. So that was for use for my wife, so she can have also her Veve account. I found a great name for a Veve account. Like, I wanted to use that name, so I made her a new account for her to use. So I set up a new Gmail account because all my Veve accounts are linked to an email account that is not mentioned anywhere. Literally, no one knows how these email accounts, what's even the name of the email account. Only Google and the people at Veve, maybe, they know it. No one else knows. It's not used anywhere else. Like, maximum security, right? To secure your assets. So I set up that new account, set up a new Veve account on this email, and you need the email for the two-factor authentication, right? So that worked for about a week, and then I tried to I put some gems on her account. She wasn't lucky in the drops, she didn't get anything, so okay, that's not bad. Just a few, like roughly $100 on gems on that account. So I tried to log in to the account and it didn't work because I couldn't get the two-factor authentication code on my email, because when I tried to log into my Gmail account, it says my account has been deactivated. Not restricted or anything, full on deactivated. Emails couldn't even reach the account. So there was a hint that it might be a problem with the terms and conditions, and yeah, I ignored that. I didn't know what to do. So there was a little button you could push, and then you can write an email, make a case out of it. So I did it. Waited for more than 2 days. I don't know if that's quick. For me, that wasn't quick because I was thinking about the account all the time, right? And most importantly was, are any of my other accounts safe? That is the thing. Is all of my other stuff safe? Was it in jeopardy of getting deactivated and I can't log into my stuff, right? So what happened is I got an email and they said, hey, you know, there was something wrong with the terms and conditions. Like, they made it sound like I did something wrong. Okay, fine. So they opened up the account again. I can access the account again. Great, right? So two things. I still can't log into Veve because I don't receive any of the two-factor authentication emails. The question is now, is it a problem on Veve's end? Are they not sending out those emails? Possibly. I contacted Veve support, waiting for an answer on that end, and asked them if they are sending out those emails, or maybe they stopped sending out the two-factor authentication emails because they got a returned mail that said the email address is not reachable, right? So that is one thing, but honestly, after what happened on the Google Mail side, I'm not sure if Google is not still restricting access from those emails, right? So maybe there's in the back end that I can't see. I was looking for filters or anything. If it was blocked by my account, I can't see any blocks for Veve or anything at all. I whitelisted all Veve email addresses, so I should receive emails from Veve. But I'm not sure if it's not Google who is actually blocking the Veve emails, right? So I can't know. I have no idea whose fault it is now. But of course, I'm afraid it could be on the Google side because they just deactivated my account. So waiting for that to be figured out. I don't know. I have no idea what will happen. I mean, I'm not dying from those $100. It is what it is, right? So the main thing here is, in those emails, Google made it look like I was doing something wrong. And I was reading these terms and conditions, right? I looked at every angle, so what could I have done? So the thing is, the email was new. No one knew about the email, and the only emails coming in are from Veve. So how could I have done anything wrong? So there were three things I thought about. The first thing is identity theft, like acting like I was someone else. So it was the actual name of my wife that I used. So that's not the case. And even if it was, there would be a question, how would Google be able to find out? Even if that was the case, which it was not. But even then, like, how about privacy, right? That would mean they would have access to that kind of data. Interesting. But I think that's the least one. I think that would have been the reason that happened. So secondly, what I thought was, okay, so maybe it's about spam. Maybe the system saw I got a lot of email authentication codes and thought, okay, that is spam, that needs to be blocked, and that is a new email, so we deactivate the whole email. But that's like, I don't know, all in all, I got like 13 emails, 10 emails. I guess it was even less than 10 emails. I don't know how that could be spam, right? And I didn't get any emails out. I didn't write any emails. I just got emails. I forwarded one email, right? That's the only thing I did. I forwarded one. So doesn't seem to be the case either. And one thing I found that was really interesting. So they can restrict access to your Gmail, not only Gmail, to your whole Google account, if they see IP problems. So that was an interesting one, because if it was a IP problem, that would mean they would read my emails, right? That is the only thing that I could think about. Like, one of those three things: either they have personal data they shouldn't have, or they just randomly deactivate your email. Maybe spam with just 10 emails, or they are reading literally all your emails and then even make fake assumptions to it. So they just saw a lot of Spider-Man on those emails because it's from Veve and thought, oh, he's breaking some IP laws. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look good, right? If someone from Google is watching this, yeah, please explain. I would love to hear an explanation. I'm sure I didn't do anything wrong. And that leaves me with one thought. Google email addresses are not safe at all. You can't be, you can't rely on them. That's the big problem. So that means ultimately for me, like my workflow is a Google workflow. Totally. I use Google Drive. I have my email. All the stuff works with Google. So maybe I don't know. If this video is gone tomorrow, you know they deleted my account because even YouTube is Google. So yeah, I don't know. That would be funny too, right? So for me, it means I will set up new email addresses under my own domain. I got a few domains, so I can use them to set up email addresses. We'll have those emails run to my own server and get all my Veve accounts on that email addresses, because I don't trust Google at this point, like at all. And I would change my whole workflow away from Google products. I don't know. I won't use anything Google related anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, that's it. So that's like my personal opinion is don't ever use Gmail again for anything. I mean, you're really stuck on Veve. You can't access your Veve account if you can't access your email account. I mean, that's a problem on Veve's end. I mean, they should make it possible to, I don't know, do a KYC and get your stuff back for that case. But yeah, that is messed up. That's really messed up. I don't know. So last thing I wanted to talk about, I tried to get some of the Matrix NFTs that were released on Palm, or right now are being released on Palm. The drop is still happening. That's also funny. So they were released using Nifty, and Nifty is using the Palm network for it. So what I did was I asked a friend who has some Ethereum if he could send me like $100 in Ethereum, because the NFTs cost $50. And because it's Palm, I don't know. I thought it was Ethereum, right? Because most of the NFT places use Ethereum. And yeah, I tried to figure out how to do it, and went into the Discord, and I saw a lot of people talking about DAI, the token, and the Palm token. And it was really a mess. So I was asking some people like, how does it work? And there was a really nice guy there. I think he's working for Palm, and he was really helpful. Totally tried to help me out with that. So that was great. What isn't so great is you can't use Ethereum. You have to use Palm tokens and DAI tokens. You need both. One is for paying the fees. One is for paying for the NFT. And the most messed up part of it is, if you have a credit card, you can use the credit card. That is cool, but I don't own a credit card, so not an option for me. You can use Ethereum though. I mean, Palm is a layer 2 Ethereum thing, right? So you can use it, but the fees to buy the tokens and to get them onto the right chain is above $200, $200+. So you want to buy something for $50 and you have to pay more than $200 to get your Ethereum into the right tokens. So that's a super no-no. I mean, I'm not even sure. I guess I was way too much back in line. I had like 200,000 people in front of me, and I guess it's just 100,000 NFTs. So chances were slim anyway. I did ask my friend to send me that Ethereum still, just to find out it won't help at all. And I'm not doing anything else. Like, would be crazy now to convert my Ethereum into all this other stuff, pay those high fees. I don't even have enough Ethereum to pay the fees. That's the worst thing. So yeah, coming from Veve, that is so weird, so complicated, and in my opinion, not worth it at all. I already knew Palm because of the DC NFTs that were released during DC fandom, and that didn't work too well, but those were free, and yeah, it was just inconvenient. So not an overall really bad experience, just a kind of bad experience. But this right here, oof, that's a bad experience. I mean, again, if you have a credit card, not a bad experience. But yeah, otherwise a really bad experience, and I will stay away from Palm. I don't see, yeah, it's not working for me. Maybe if I get a credit card, maybe I will think about it. Still think the Palm token and the DAI token, and they use a token bridge to get it converted. Really complicated and costly. I don't know. I'm totally loving the Matrix, but yeah, that network is not for me. So that's pretty much it. We talked about Spider-Man, we talked about Google and Nifty, and that's it for today. Don't want to get more of your time out of your day. So good luck with the drop. I hope you get a cool Spider-Man comic, and let me know if you will keep it or if you will sell it right away. That would be interesting. I'm really eager to see how the marketplace is working tomorrow after the drop. Won't be able to look right away because I'm in some live stream, but it's a German live stream, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but that will be interesting. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon, hopefully with good news about my other account. Bye bye.